Not gonna lie, I just spent like the past hour and a bit putting up all of these posters, which you obviously can't see, so I'm gonna post a picture, but I just spent so long putting those up that both of my thumbs have calluses from the thumbtacks. Hello friends, it is Danny, and today I am going to be doing episode 3? 4? I think it's 4. I'm going with 4. Episode whatever of the Danni Diaries, which is a series where I talk to you guys about my writing journeys that I've been experiencing over the past year. A little less than a year. The last time I was talking to you guys, I had told you that I finished my NaNoWriMo book. I think I finished it February 2nd, and then I started the editing process on the 4th of February. It's now the 18th of March, and I regretfully have to say that there has been a very drastic drop in the amount of editing that I've been doing. I probably haven't even touched that manuscript in like 2 weeks, and mainly that was because I don't find my book boring. I mean, I think my book is pretty great, even though it's just a rough draft right now. But I felt like because I was actually editing it and not reading it just to read it, it kind of slowed me down with the want to edit. And so I stopped around chapter 39, which is a little bit under or over halfway, I think, of the book. I know that it's been a while since I've done a Danni Diaries, but I really haven't had much of an update until this slow editing process started, and then more things happened. So I figured I'd talk about those. As you guys know, back in the beginning of February, end of January, I found out that I won a writing competition. Won it through my school, the OSSTF 2017 Student Achievement Award. And I was one of 8 in the province that won this award and prize money, and on the 11th of March I got to go to the ceremony where I was given my award. Insert picture here. Got to go up in front of a lot of people and they all clapped for us, and I actually have a bunch of copies of these, which is the little pamphlet thingy which basically has every single piece that was entered into the competition, like the 8 that won, and here is mine. There. So I think maybe if it's something you guys are interested in, I will do a video where I read this to you guys. It is I think it's considered in verse. It's a poem about 2 twins, and one thinks everything is sunshine, happiness, and rainbows, and the other one is depressed, and it's what they called a very stylistic choice, the way I have it all laid out, because I have 2 sections, one for each twin. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I will definitely read it in a future video. I have like 20 of those pamphlets laying around my house, I'm not gonna lie. And after that, I was on such a high that I actually entered another writing competition, and this is through the Toronto Star newspaper. So I should find out or not find out in April. Like, they don't tell you if you don't win, but they do tell you if you do win. So if something turns up in April that happens, I'll let you guys know. But until then, I really don't have any other information other than I entered that competition and I'm just kind of playing the waiting game now. Talking about the waiting game. The last time I talked to you guys, I still had heard nothing from the literary agent that I had queried to. And I had only queried to the one, if you remember, because it was like a trial run to see if I could actually write a query letter successfully. And I hadn't heard anything back until I got an email today, for 8 weeks almost. Will be on the 23rd. I think you guys can guess from the tone of like how I'm talking right now that it wasn't really a happy response, otherwise I probably would have been freaking out more. I got my first rejection today, and when I had planned to film this video a couple of days ago, I was going to talk about how I hadn't heard anything, and then I did, so it prompted me to film this even more. It wasn't a bad no. It was confusing because I literally thought that the story that I was querying was everything that this literary agent was looking for. It even specifically said in their wish list that they were looking for LGBT stories that were plot driven and romance, and that was literally the epitome of this story. And so it's not like I wasn't expecting a rejection, because I literally remember sending in that query and then being like, it's gonna be a no. Everybody's first query letter is typically a no. But then I thought maybe it just made sense that it could be a yes, because it was everything that I thought she was looking for. I think my biggest problem was it was just a very abrupt, this is not fitting at this time, thank you, hope your querying process goes well, goodbye. It's like, can't you tell me what's right with it, what's wrong with it? Like, that. So I'm not gonna lie, I had a little cry earlier, and that's okay. That's all part of the process, and I'm okay. I'm not gonna let that get me down, because now I'm going to go search for more agents to query, and I have a better sense of what I'm supposed to be doing for a query letter. And hopefully one of those will pick up this story, and if not, then I do have my new adult whenever that's gonna be edited to then go and query that. And I know a lot of agents that are looking for new adult romance right now, so that's ace. I think my biggest fear was that if I got a rejection, I was going to completely give up, but like, as soon as I got the rejection, yes, I cried, and then I got over it, and I was like, okay, this just makes me want to write more. And that's a good thing. That means like I'm still determined to get out there and do these things. So maybe it's like a life lesson that I needed. I was like, everything was going great for a while. I need a little bump in the road to keep me going and not feel too overconfident in myself. So what has she been doing? If she hasn't been reading, because I haven't. If she hasn't been doing videos, because I haven't. What has she been doing? A whole lot of nothing, a lot of playing Ramsey Dash, because I'm addicted, and that's not something to be proud of. Something exciting that I have been doing is I have been plotting. That is right, friends. I have shiny new idea syndrome 2 times over, because I have one shiny new idea that I had been thinking about towards the end of Speak Now, and it was like, it was brewing in my brain, and then I was like, what if this character was this? And then I was like, no, that doesn't seem right, but I could make a whole other story about that. And then I had these 2 shiny new ideas. So now I'm kind of like sitting here going, do I write this one, which I've been thinking about for a while and kind of has a better plot, or do I write this one, which is brand new, doesn't really have a plot, doesn't really have a lot other than the first 3 characters of this story and a general idea. So I've kind of been bouncing between both of those. And I don't know if you can see my calendar right here. I think you can, but I don't think you can see the title. It literally is geared up and ready and prepared for NaNoWriMo. Well, Camp NaNo. But it's prepared. So I think I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs for Camp NaNo again. I just need to decide which story I'm going to be doing for that. There's the LGBT new adult idea that I have, and then there's the YA twinning idea that I have. Not going into any more detail than that. I guess if you guys want to know more about these ideas that I'm having, maybe I could do like a 4.5 Danni Diaries. Here's another mini update. Part of the reason why it took me so long to get up the week before's video and then to decide to film this one now is my computer completely crashed on me, and I had to pay like $300 to get it fixed. It was brutal, guys. It was so brutal. It was literally like 6 trips to Best Buy to the Geek Squad to have them fix it. We fixed it. It's fine now. It's good. Nessie still lives. I don't have to buy a new computer yet. It's all good. It's just put a dent into my bank account. Crying. But that is why it took me so long to not only film this writing update, but basically any video in general. Having the ability to edit it on Nessie is kind of a key necessity, and I did not have Nessie for a good week. I'm not really sure what the next update is going to be other than when I start querying again once I find some literary agents who are looking for LGBT short stories, because that was what I queried the first time. And if I do any more editing or finish editing for Speak Now, I guess that'll be in the next update. I don't really know what else to do an update on. So if there are any writing related things you want me to do a video about, like any questions you have, like my writing process, my editing process, not that it's very good, just anything writing related. If you have any questions about that or how I went about writing my query letter, because that's something I just recently obviously did, and I mean it failed, but that's fine, everything's fine. Any writing related videos you want me to do a Danni Diaries episode about, comment them down below and I will definitely try to do them if I think I will be able to help on some of those subjects. I am off to film a book tag, which I have not done in a year, guys. I haven't done one since 2016. What was the other video I was gonna do? Oh, a wrap up for February. Not that there's very many things to wrap up. I will see you in one of those videos, guys. Bye!
Thank you for watching my video. Hope that you really enjoyed the show. Hit the subscribe button down below and go and read some books.